What's going on, guys? Coach Andrew here at the Fieldhouse in St. Cloud, Florida. And today I want to go over the 3 measures of hitting that will get you more successful at the plate as you go into the higher levels of baseball. And the 3 measures of hitting is going to be power, contact, and efficiency. And I'm going to go over each one of those and how they interact with each other and how you can use your body to help your swing and make yourself more successful. Now, when we talk about power, we're talking about how we could get all our body parts moving at the same time to create that power and that quick bat speed through the ball. And when we talk about that, we're talking about when we get into our stance and we put our bat out, our butt's gonna come out a little bit, okay? We're gonna have good posture in our stance when we're swinging. So now when we're talking about power, it's about when the pitcher breaks his hands, we're loading. And when we're loading, we're starting to use our body parts on our backside right here, okay? When we load, we're separating, so that's creating our balance and good posture. Now, we want to use our butt, our hips, our lower half to create more power in our swing. And when we do that correctly and synchronize them all at the same time, our bat path is going to be on plane, which we'll talk about that in the next part of contact. And when we're turning here first, when we're swinging, our bat is coming through the zone a lot faster. As if we're just standing up here and we throw in our hands, we're not turning our backside, we're not engaging our legs, our hips, we're not swinging with our butt. We're just going to make contact with no power. And our bat speed is going to be slow. Our bat's going to lag through the zone. So when we're talking about, again, about power, we want to make sure our body parts are synced up and they're operating at the same time so we could create that force and that negative energy into the ball, creating even more power as we swing and more bat speed. So the ball could take off, we create backspin, and the ball could take off and carry into the gaps. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about power. So when we talk about contact, I'm talking about our timing and our path to the ball. We want to have a good path on plane with the ball to make solid contact, to drive that power and get that ball carrying into the outfield gaps. Now we want to hit not pop-ups, so we want to hit line drives that carry though. Not just bloopers that get into the outfield gaps. You want something blistering through the infield and into the left center gap or right center gap or even center field drop in. So when we're talking about contact, first we're going to talk about timing. And our timing is based on the pitcher, right? If you're waiting here as he releases the ball to load, you're going to be late, and now you're going to cause an emergency swing, and now you might roll over the ball, or you might hit a weak ground ball, or a weak pop fly to the outfield. So when we're working on timing, we want to make sure that as soon as the pitcher breaks his hands, we're in our loading phase. So now our foot is down, we're on time, and we're ready to launch, get into our launch position. Okay, when we get that, our timing down, and as soon as he breaks his hands, as we're coming, we're here, we're ready to engage our backside, our hips, swing with our butt. Our elbow's gonna stay in. So as you turn, your elbow's gonna stay in, and we're gonna create a good path to the ball. As everybody says, you want your knob going to the ball. You wanna be on plane, with our head down, make sure our head, our hip, and our knee are lined up. On plane, finish. By doing this, power first, making sure our backside is turning, we're engaged, we're separating our hands, our timing is on point, and we're keeping a good path to the ball. It's going to create better batting average for you. Now you're going to hit the ball solid, you're going to square the balls up, and you're going to hit more line drives. Now if you hit hard line drives that get caught, it is what it is, but the more line drives and the more balls you square up, they're gonna eventually fall. But if we're late with our loading phase and our foot toe tap down, we're just gonna throw our hands, and now we're not gonna create a good path to the ball. So if our timing is on, our load, we're here, ready to go, now we're creating good path to the ball. We're gonna meet contact right here, and we're gonna finish high, and it's gonna create a better quality at bat. It's gonna create a better hit for you. Now our third measure of hitting is efficiency. Efficiency is how well the batter can recognize the pitch, location, and speed without making unnecessary movements that will cause our path to the ball to not be on plane with the ball. Now by that, what I'm talking about is unnecessary movements is maybe that emergency swing because you're not loading on time and you're not ready for the pitch, or that we're collapsing, so our head is going up, we're collapsing like this, so now our barrel is getting lost back here. It's straight down to the ground, maybe the pitch is up here, and now you can't get to it in time, so now it's by you. Or wrapping the bat around the head. So maybe you're like this, and now you're trying to swing, and you're late, the ball is past you, and you're not seeing where the location of the ball as well. The more movement that we have in our head, we can't be as efficient as a hitter. Because when we start moving, if we're going to start here, and we're going to go up to load, instead of staying down in a good posture and get into your back leg more, and you go up, now your eyes are rising up. Now you're going to see the ball up here, you're going to see it at a different location. When you come back down, now you're going to see it at a different location, and you're not going to have time to be on plane with the ball. Okay? I talk about on plane a lot because we want to be on plane to create more backspin and get the ball to carry out to the outfield. So you have to also hunt the pitch as well. That's what being an efficient hitter is about as well, is hunting the pitch. We cannot swing at a 70-mile-an-hour fastball the same way we're going to swing at a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Or we cannot get into our loading phase the same way as if a guy is slide stepping, as if he's coming up and holding with no runners on base. Okay, so we have to think about those kinds of things when we get to the plate, which we do that preparation on the on-deck circle, and that will help us be more efficient. Okay, you want to have a silent head, you want short movement, short load here. You don't want to get all the way back here to now go swing, and now you're late and you're dropping the barrel back here. Okay, you don't want to be in and out of the zone too fast. Okay, that won't create a good bat path to the ball. Okay, so we want to be silent. We want to load, have good posture in our back. Our butt is out here. Silent head. Keep your head on the ball, hands in, and make sure you're lined up right here. When you finish high here. Okay, that's about creating good efficiency at the plate, and by that you have to do your preparation on the on-deck circle as well. That's it for today's lesson on 3 measures of hitting. Again, power, contact, and efficiency. Okay, if you do all 3